Okay, video 3. Today we're going to talk about infighting, which are our elbows and our knees. Okay, this is when we're in very close and throwing a punch or even possibly a kick is going to be not the proper distancing. Remember we said we have 3 ranges of weapons. We have our infighting, which we're going to talk about today. We have our vertical fist strike, which we talked about yesterday, or our hand strikes. And then we have a kicks, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Okay, so this is lesson 3 on infighting. This is when we're in very tight. So the first thing we'll talk about is roundhouse elbow strikes. Roundhouse elbow strikes are differently used in different situations. If a person is right in front of us, we use what we call a roundhouse elbow strike. We don't want to hit with the actual elbow. We want to hit 2 inches below the elbow. So we want to torque our body, turn our body, and strike with our roundhouse elbow strike. And that could be thrown in either direction with the person standing right in front of us, very, very close quarter. Okay? We also have our elbow strike to the side. The side elbow strike is when a person is standing very, very close to our side. When a person gets into your personal space, that's when self-protection has to become alerted. Okay? So when we throw a side elbow strike, it's like we're putting our hand in our pocket, we reach to our pocket, and we throw that strike right to the side. Notice how my free hand is always up to protect ourselves in case that person comes back with a punch. So the side elbow strike comes from the pocket, comes right across the body, and to the side, always free hand is up. And again, we could do that from both sides. Okay? We also have a downward elbow strike that we use in our basic self-defense technique called defensive stance, where, like you're raising your hand in school, we bring the hand way up high and we pull it straight down the body. And that strike would be delivered to the middle of the person's back if they're already hunched over. Okay? So it comes straight down the center of the body. That's called the downward elbow strike. Okay? So we have 1 and 2 downward elbow strike. Okay. We also have something called the reverse elbow strike, where sometimes people get a little confused on this, but this could be when a person has the hands around your neck, or we're caught in a torqued position. Okay? Always free hand is up. Again, this is going to our pocket, but we're torquing the body, and we're throwing that strike straight out in front of us. So this person would be really close, maybe doing a front finger choke to us, where we come around and strike, and again, this could be delivered to either side. That's called the reverse elbow strike. The next elbow strikes we have are to the rear, when a person is very close to us. Okay? If a person is approaching us from behind, we're going to turn, keep the free hand up. We're going to put the pinky up to the ceiling as we throw this in a little bit of a downward arch, striking to the back. Okay? And again, we can do that from both sides. Pinky is up, free hand is up. We turn, we torque it to the back, and strike to the back. If the person's hands are on the shoulder, that strike's not going to work. So now we do a low elbow strike. So now we take the hand, like we're putting it right in front of us, palm down, and pretend like you're taking this hand right through the middle of your belly button. We're going to turn, we're going to keep the free hand up, we're going to torque the hand and strike straight right through the belly. Make sure you don't arch this out, you'll get blocked. So like you're pulling it right through the center of your belly, turn your body, strike, and again, we can do that from both directions. Okay? So we have our roundhouse elbow strike, we have our side elbow strike, we have our reverse elbow strike, we have our rear high elbow strike, and our rear low elbow strike. Okay? And then we have our knee strikes, and we only have 2. We have what we call an upward knee strike and a roundhouse knee strike. The main thing with a knee strike is you can't just throw a knee strike up, you have to grab the person. So I'll simulate pretending like I'm grabbing somebody and pulling them into that knee strike and pulling them in. A knee strike is like marching in a parade. You just are going to bring those knees straight up and pull the attacker in. You can't throw the knee strike without controlling the attacker. So we're going to pull the attacker in, bang, and we strike, and bang, we strike. If a person is off to the side of us, now what's going to happen is we have to do what we call a roundhouse knee strike. So we put the hands off to the side, we do the same thing, almost like a roundhouse kick, which we'll talk about in the next video, where we just bring the knee up and torque it over to the side, we bring the knee up and torque it to the side. So in the knee strikes, we have 2 of them. The first one is the upward knee strike. Second one is the roundhouse knee strike here, and roundhouse knee strike here. Okay, so today we worked on infighting weapons, elbows and knees, okay? Basic level. Remember something. Like I said, we have 3 ranges of weapons. We have our vertical fist strikes, or our hand strikes, which are our mid-range. We have our infighting, which are elbows and knees. And then we have our kicks, which will be the next video, okay? Different ranges of weapons for different situations, kind of like life. I wasn't doing these types of videos prior to the last couple weeks, but because environment or things changed, now we're making these videos and we're going to continue to making these videos. So in other words, when things change, we change. The one thing that we can be sure of in life is things are going to change. Things never ever stay the same. And once you learn to accept change and deal with change and be positive about change and realize that change makes us better, change is how we grow, then you'll realize that when everything happens, when anything happens in life, that once you can accept that word change, that you can go with it. And it's kind of like jiu-jitsu. We kind of go with it. We just don't want to fight it, okay? So keep a positive message. Stay safe, stay home, stay healthy. Follow us on YouTube. These videos will be uploaded to the library on a daily basis. And each day, these videos will be posted to the American Jiu-Jitsu LI group on Facebook. Thank you. Have a great day. Bless.